This year class 10 mathematics NCERT CBSE syllabus chapter 2 triangles. Okay, in the last session we have completed about your first exercise. Now before starting our second exercise, we are going to start with a theorem. Okay, this is very important theorem here, children. Now we are going to start with a very important theorem, children. That is your basic proportionality theorem. See the word proportionality. Do you remember ratios and proportion? Okay, some ratios, proportion only. I think this theorem. Okay, let's start. Basic proportionality theorem is also well known as Thales theorem. What is that, children, here? Thales. Thales. Basic proportionality theorem is also known as Thales theorem. When we write any theorem, it might be. Actually, a theorem, it may come for 5 marks, 4 marks, 3 marks. Know about the importance of a theorem. Theorem is very important for your annual examination. So, before starting theorem, you should know 5 very important steps which without that your theorem is not considered. So, what are the 5 steps we have to write? So, till now we are 9th standard, you might have learned some of the theorems, right? But from now onwards, theorem is also very friendly to you. Okay, like in this year, I make you theorems also your best friends, right? So, now after listening this theorem, immediately write with or without saying. The next moment you will write without saying, and you never forget this theorem. So first listen carefully. So before starting, what did I say here? 5 steps. What are those? Theorem statement. First step. Data. Given data in your statement. Second step. Any construction you are doing in this theorem. That is your third step. And your fourth step is, why am I doing this theorem? What I need to prove? You should know that. And finally, the proof. How do you prove that theorem? Okay, let's start our theorem. What's our theorem name, children? Basic proportionality theorem. So let's read the statement here. If a line is drawn. So every sentence I am going to divide, children. Try to cope up with me. If a line is drawn parallel, what do you mean by parallel, children? The 2 lines never meet. Okay, so parallel to one side of a triangle. By the way, triangle will be having how many sides? 3 sides. So you need to draw a line which is parallel to any one side of a triangle. So where shall we draw here? So AB, BC, CA are the 3 sides, right? Let me draw a line here. Okay, this line divides the triangle into one small triangle and one trapezium part. Yes or no? This makes your trapezium part. So, if a line is drawn parallel to one side, which side it is? BC. What is that line? DE. Now, let's read again. DE is a line which is parallel to BC. Parallel. Okay? Of one side of a triangle. To intersect the other 2 sides in distinct points, different points. So, what does this line do, children? This line is parallel to one side and the same line intersecting others 2 sides at a distinct points. Have you observed here? This line is parallel to BC and this end point is touching D on the line AB and E is a point where it touches at AC. Okay? So now the other 2 sides are divided in the same ratio. One side is parallel. You have to prove that other 2 sides where it touches at a different points makes 2 equal equal ratios. What do you mean by that? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. The line is dividing in equal ratio. That is your theorem statement. So come once again along with me, children. What is the basic proportionality theorem statement? If a line is drawn parallel to any one side of a triangle. Yes or no? If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, to intersect the other two sides in distinct points. What it is? To intersect the other two sides in distinct points. So, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. The other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Easily have to remember, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, it makes other two sides in proportion. Okay, any of the statement you can write. What is the data? What you need to write here, children? In data, what is given in the statement you need to write. So here, data given ABC is a triangle. Given ABC is a triangle. And what did they give here? DE is parallel to BC. This also they only have given, right? In statement only it was there. What is that? ABC is a triangle. DE is a line parallel to BC. Do you know parallel symbol? DE parallel to BC. Now next step. Still anything given? No. So let's do the construction here. What construction we are going to do here? Look over here. Join. In order to prove that ratios, I am going to do a small construction here. What is that? Join DC and BE. Join DC and BE. Next, what we are going to do here? Draw perpendiculars. Where you need to draw perpendicular? I am going to draw a perpendicular such that it is perpendicular on AC. Look here, DM. And EN is perpendicular to AB. Observe carefully. This perpendicular not only AE, full side this is perpendicular. So what you are going to write? Perpendicular symbol is this. DM is perpendicular to AC and EN is perpendicular to AB. Observe carefully, children. Join DC and BE. DM is perpendicular to AC and EN is perpendicular to AB. This is the construction part we have done. Okay. Next, to prove, what you need to prove? You need to prove that other two sides in proportion. What are the other two sides? AB and AC, right? How do you prove? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. This is the thing you need to prove here. Next, proof. We are going to start our proof. How we are going to prove this one, right? Let us consider. So I am going to give you a small hint before doing this. How we will do? How we will do, children? We are going to take two triangle. We are going to compare and write the sides. Okay, apply the formula and then write the ratio. So now look here how we are going to compare. ADE, only this side you look here, children. Triangle ADE and triangle BDE. Okay, so where it is? Full complete triangle, small triangle ADE and only this triangle BDE. Where you have base, this one, right? BDE. Next, first part, what you are going to do? First part, Consider triangle ADE. Okay, consider triangle ADE and consider triangle BDE. Okay, first half of your theorem. What you are going to do after considering these two triangles? I am going to apply area of a triangle. Area of a triangle, you can write shortcut AR also. Do you know this? Let's start here. Area of triangle ADE. What is area of a triangle formula, children? Half into base AD into height EN. So look here, when you are writing any theorem statement, how did you write this? By using the formula, right? You have to give a reason for theorems. Reason. So here, since area of a triangle is equal to half into base into height. Due to this, I have written here, right? So now, area of triangle ADE completed now. Once again look here, half into base into height. Where is ADE base, children? You feel it is DE. No, don't take this one, right? You look from this side onwards. This is your base. Area of triangle ADE half into base AD. On this line, what is the perpendicular? You have EN, right? So that only I have written here. Next, coming to area of triangle BDE. So observe here, children, area of triangle BDE. Where is BDE? Can you see this triangle? Yes. What is this formula apply here again? Half into base DB into, there is no height on this line. No? There is height here? No? Yes, it is there. Where it is? This is height. Where you have drawn perpendicular for not only AD, for complete AB line you have drawn a perpendicular EN. Okay? Into EN. Next step, what you are going to do? Divide these two areas. So area of triangle ADE by area of triangle BDE. What it is, children, here? Observe carefully. Half into AD into EN by half into DB into EN. So now half cancel. EN cancel. Finally, what you are left here? AD by DB. Mark it as first equation. Mark it as first equation. This part is continued here, children. Observe here carefully. Now, this part what we have done, AB side we have done, right? AB side what we have made, AD by DB we got. Okay, one ratio we got. Now, see other side. What is other side? AC. Okay, so observe the triangle. What you need to observe here? Triangle ADE and triangle ADC you are going to consider. Consider triangle ADE and triangle CAD. Now what you need to do? Again same manner. Find area of triangle ADE. Observe here, children, half into. Don't try to write AD. See here immediately, yes, already I have done triangle ADE is half into AD into EN, you might be writing. But don't do that. I am saying that you are going to consider side towards that side, that is AC. So now when you see AED triangle, your base must be AE. What is your base? AE. Into, what is the height, children? There, what is the perpendicular? See there carefully. DM is perpendicular on AC. What it is? DM is perpendicular on AC. Same manner, what is area of another triangle? CED, half into, what is CED base on that side? It is EC into perpendicular is DM. Now, on dividing these two areas, what happens, children? Triangle CED is equal to half into AE into DM by half into EC into DM. DM cancel, half cancel. You are left with AE by EC. That is area of triangle ADE by area of triangle CED. See you, children. Mark this as second equation. Before one, first equation. Now it is second equation. And one more thing you need to consider here. What it is? ADE numerator same. Denominator CED, BDE there. Once observe the triangle here, children. CED this triangle and BDE this triangle. What you can say, these two triangles are equal. How they are equal, children? The two triangles are lying on a same base and between two parallel lines. And between two parallel lines are lying on the same base. So what you can say? I can say here, if you want, you can say here itself what it is. Triangle CED is equal to triangle BDE. Area of triangle BDE is equal to area of triangle CED. So if both are equal, what happens? This ratio is equal to this ratio, right? When these two ratios are equal, you can equate these two ratios. Therefore, from equation 1 and 2 on comparing, these are equal, right? Skip this left hand side part and write that one. What's your first equation? What you are left with? AD by DB is equal to second equation AE by EC. Therefore, the ratios are in proportion. This is the one we need to prove here, children. Observe carefully. So, once again, I am going to say you the theorem. Immediately you can write without saying, right? So now, what's your theorem name? Basic proportionality theorem or Thales theorem or theorem 2.1, right? So what is the statement? If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, it makes other two sides in proportion. Or the line touching at a distinct points, the other two sides are in proportion. So now what is your given data? A triangle ABC is given. Okay, line DE is drawn parallel to BC. That is also given, only you have to write. Construction. What the construction you are doing here? Join DC, join BE. Between two parallel lines, two diagonals you are joined. Next, DM perpendicular to AC. Yes or no? We have taken one perpendicular towards this side and another perpendicular towards that side from the line where you have drawn. Okay, DM perpendicular to AC and EN perpendicular to AB. So now, what you need to prove? The point where it divides that line, from there the ratio must be divided in proportion. That is, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC is the one we need to prove. Proof. Consider the triangle. How we are going to divide your theorem proof, children? This side, one set you are going to get. And that side, another set you are going to get. How we are going to consider? First, consider the complete small triangle. Consider triangle ADE and consider the triangle BDE. Apply area of a triangle formula, half into base into height. what you are going to get? Half into AD into EN, half into DB into EN. So on dividing these two, what happens? Half and perpendicular same, right? These two will be cancelled. What you are left with? AD by DB, mark it as first equation. Now consider the other side. What is the other side? AC. Split that into triangles. That is triangle, small triangle, triangle ADE and triangle DAC. Apply area of a triangle formula, children. You are going to get half into AE into DM, half into EC into DM. Divide, half and DM will be cancelled. What you are going to left with? AE by EC. On comparing both the equations, you are differing with the triangle BDE and triangle CED. Again observe on figure. Those two triangles are lying on a same base and between two parallel lines. Therefore, those two areas are equal. If they are equal, what happens? This set is equal to this set. So you can skip that set and equate these two equations. On comparing from 1 and 2, we get AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. This is your first theorem.
Look here, children, what we have seen now. What is a basic proportionality theorem? What we have done, taking a line parallel, made ratios proportion. Now, what is its reverse? Reverse, this is your next theorem here, children. This is your theorem number 2.2. What is this theorem? Converse of BPT. It's just a reverse of what we have done for BPT. So observe here carefully. What is BPT statement? Just reverse we are going to say now. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle. So suppose let me take a triangle here. Okay. So it is A, B, C, D, E. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio. Do you understand here, children, carefully? Before line drawn parallel, it is dividing into ratios proportion. Now this line, what does it make? This line is dividing in equal ratio these two sides. Prove that the line must be parallel to third side. Just a reverse of that statement. So once again, both the statements, children, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, divides the other two sides in equal ratio. Now, if a line is drawn, it is dividing into equal ratio, prove that the line is parallel to one another. Okay, so that is your statement. Now, how to prove, children? What is given? So, in data, what is given? ABC is a triangle. So, triangle ABC is given. And still, what they have given? DE is a line. Don't write that, it is parallel. We need to prove that is parallel, right? So, now what they have given here? AD, ratio is in proportion, right? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. They have given ratios are in proportion. What is the construction you are doing here? Are you doing any construction? Yes, I will do some construction in order to prove that, right? So now what I do here, little this side, one letter. Better let us take F. Any letter you can choose. E dash there in your textbook, you can take F, no problem. So now what I have done here, draw DF such that this line DF is parallel to BC. I have taken a line such that it is parallel to BC. Okay, one line I have drawn here, children. So, seeing you may say that, ma'am, this is like this, it's not parallel. But let us assume, where is this F? I don't know. This F might be lying on E only. But we need to prove that, right? So, for that purpose, little slant I have drawn there. Consider a point F on AC. What is the statement? Consider a point F on AC. Join DF. join DF such that DF is parallel to BC. Now what you need to prove? You need to prove that DE is parallel to BC. Before theorem, this in given data and this in to prove we have written. Now ulta, just reverse. Now how do we start our proof, children? By applying basic proportionality theorem. What do we know here? If a line is parallel, then the other ratios are in proportion, right? We know that, no? So first, what is given? Let's take. Given what given, children? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Let's mark it first equation. Okay. Now, let us take here if DF is parallel to BC, okay, by basic proportionality theorem, if a line is drawn parallel to any one side, what you can say? It is dividing other two sides in proportion. By BPT, basic proportionality theorem, I say that AD by DB, observe there carefully in the figure, AD by DB is equal to AF by FC. Forget about E there. So observe here carefully, if DF is parallel to BC, I say that AD by DB is equal to AF by FC. So let us mark it as second equation. Now observe two equations here, children. What you can say? AD by DB common. So when you are equating, these two are equal. If they are equal, what you can say? These two directly you can equate. Do you know this technique, no? What is that? Suppose if A equal to B and A equal to C, these two are equal. Directly you can write B equal to C. Do you know this? Right? Same manner we are going to write here. So these two are equal. I can write directly on comparing equation 1 and 2. What do I get here, children? AE by EC is equal to AF by FC. So now still I didn't get anything. So what do I do? Okay, I want to add 1 on both sides. Okay, let us add 1 on both sides. What happens if we add 1 on both sides? AE by EC plus 1. AE add 1, right? AE by EC plus 1 is equal to AF by FC plus 1. Children, do you remember LCM? You know now? So let's start here. So how do we do your LCM here? AE plus EC by EC is equal to AF plus FC by FC. So observe here, EC is LCM, AE plus EC by EC, AF plus FC by FC. Now observe in figure, AE plus EC is how much? AE plus EC is AC. That is AC by EC is equal to AF plus FC is how much? This is also AC. AC by FC. Now AC cancel. So what happens here, children? If you send this side, what happens? EC is equal to FC. Observe here, EC is equal to FC. Means these two sides are equal. When they are equal, what you can say? Therefore, E and F are overlapping on one another. Therefore, E and F, both the points are overlapping on one another. So finally, what you can say, children? If they are overlapping, F is parallel to BC, right? Therefore, DE is also parallel to BC. This is the way we need to prove converse of BPT. So once again have a recap here. Important theorems, these are all right. If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line must be parallel to the third side. How can we prove this? Given data we have written, given triangle ABC, AD by DB is equal to AE by AC, ratio proportion given now. What you need to prove? You need to prove that line is parallel to BC. So now, construction what you have done here, take a point F. Look here, if you want you can write here, take a point F, mark a point F on AC, anywhere you mark a point F, okay, F on AC such that DF is parallel to BC, you have done the construction. What to prove? DF is parallel to BC. What is the proof? How we have started here? Given ratios are in proportion, mark it as first equation. Then if any two lines are parallel, apply BPT formula. Now first compare these two. When you compare, these two are same. So you can skip these two and take these two equal. So when you are taking equal, what happens? You didn't get your answer. So what did I do here? Add 1 on both sides. After taking LCM, you got AE plus EC. What is AE plus EC? It is nothing but AC. And here AF plus FC is nothing but AC. AC cancel. You are going to left with EC is equal to SC. Observe here children, 1 by EC is equal to 1 by FC will be left. If you cross multiply, you are going to get EC is equal to FC. That means what? E and F lying on a same point. Therefore, I have taken DF is parallel to BC. Therefore, DE is also parallel to BC. Okay, yes, we have discussed our BPT, Basic Proportionality Theorem, or also called as Thales Theorem. And then we have seen the converse. Now I am going to show you 3 corollaries, children, which makes you triangle chapter very easy for you, right? Let's see, how can we see this? Consider a triangle and draw a line which is parallel to base. Consider a line DE parallel to BC. It makes the other two sides in proportion. That is AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So by that ratio, we are going to do the 3 corollaries, right? So corollary 1, consider basic proportionality ratio. AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So look here children, add 1 on both sides. Adding 1 on both sides means LHS side and also RHS side. So what you are going to get? AD by DB plus 1 is equal to AE by EC plus 1. So observe here children, we need to do the LCM. Do you remember LCM? By 1 like this you are going to say. So now do the LCM, your denominator will be DB. AD plus DB by DB, that equal to, this side LCM, AE plus EC by EC. Observe the figure children carefully. What is AD plus DB? Look over here. AD plus DB is nothing but full line AB. So in the place of AD plus DB, you write it as AB by DB is equal to, what is AE plus EC children? This parts, if you add, what happens? Big line AC. AE plus EC is equal to AC by EC. So this is your first corollary children. So observe one figure here. What is that? AB by DB. AC by EC. How to remember? Big side by trapezium side. Children, D divides this into trapezium and one triangle, right? AB by DB is equal to AC by EC. This is your first corollary. So, second corollary. How do you get your second corollary here? So let me do here second corollary. How do we get corollary? Corollary 2. Just do the reciprocal of BPT. So, what is your BPT ratio here, children? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Do the reciprocal or do the reverse order. AD by DB, do the reverse. So, denominator becomes numerator, numerator becomes denominator. That means dB by AD is equal to EC by AE. So what did you do here to get corollary 2? Take the BPT ratio, do the reciprocal, then your next step. Look here, next step. Adding 1 on both sides. Adding 1 on both sides. What are you going to get for this? You need to add 1, children. That is dB by AD plus 1 is equal to EC by AE plus 1. What you are going to get? dB plus AD by AD is equal to EC plus AE by AE. Again observe here, what is dB plus AD? dB plus AD makes AB. AB by AD is equal to EC plus AE. What is EC plus AE? It is AC. AC by AE. This is your second corollary. Observe on figure, children, here. AB by AD. AC by AE. So, if you have a triangle and a line parallel, you can write here many ratios. Right? So, first corollary, what is that? AB by BD, AC by EC. Second corollary, what, children, here? Okay. Look here, second corollary. AB by AD is equal to AC by AE. See here, children, you will be having one more corollary. What is one more corollary here? Just no need of solving that corollary. Just do the reciprocal of this. That is, AD by AB is equal to AE by AC is equal to, okay, look here, children. One thing you remember, when this line is splitting in the form of trapezium and a triangle, when in your first corollary, AB by BD, AC by EC you got. But whereas third ratio you won't get. But whereas coming to second corollary, look here carefully, AB by AD. Big triangle, can you observe now two triangles? The line divides to make two triangles here. Observe here carefully. Once again, look here, children. So, how do you compare any triangle given? So, a line divides into two triangles. Can you see here? This is one small triangle. This is one big triangle. Right side by side, ABC, ADE. Corollary 1, you cannot split. Why? Big side by trapezium side. Right? Corollary 2, big side by small side. AB by AD, AC by AE. Whereas you can write BC by DE also you can write. So let me write here BC by DE. Same ulta, children. What is your next corollary? Reciprocal. You write here DE by BC also. How to remember? Small side by big side is your third corollary. Let's check it out. AD by AB, DE by BC, AE by AC. So now all at a time, let us see with 2 or 3 figures. Then in this session, we have learnt about BPT, corollary, converse, all these we have learnt. So we have learnt, but how can we prove ourselves? We know everything. So let us take 3 examples. If you are able to identify all what I have taught today, then your triangles chapter will become easy for you. Let's see first example, same as it is what you have for your BPT children here. That is, take a triangle ABC and draw DE parallel to BC. Apply BPT. What is your BPT ratio here? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Understand the concept carefully. So here, what did they give? They have given DE parallel to BC. Then you can say this is the ratio. Then what about your converse? Converse, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC given. You proved that DE is parallel to BC. Okay. So now onwards children, if this line makes into 2 triangles, that you try to consider here. Now apply corollary 1. What is your corollary 1 children? Observe carefully. Big side by trapezium side. Why am I talking here big side? Means big triangle you understand here. Big side by trapezium side. That is AB by DB. Look here, AB by DB is equal to AC by EC. AC by EC. Corollary 2. What is your corollary 2 children here? Big side by small side. So if you want, you can split your triangle again like this. A, B, C. A, D, E. Whereas for your first corollary, you cannot split. But whereas for second and third, you can split and write. So that is AB by AD. AB by AD is equal to AC by AE. So in this corollary children, you can write third side, that is BC by DE. So now coming to your third corollary, just a reciprocal of second corollary. All right in reverse order. That is AD by AB is equal to AE by AC, and that is equal to DE by BC. Okay, this is the way we need to identify all these in a single figure. So now let's take one more example. What's your first step children? Parallel given, apply BPT. Where is the BPT here? How can you apply for this? So let's draw a line. First, if LM is parallel to QR, then what can you say? Bits you have to say children. PL by LQ. PL by LQ is equal to PM by MR. PM by MR. So here converse is just reverse children. Write this ratio first and this parallel this side. Okay. Now corollary 1 directly I am writing. What's your corollary 1? How do you remember? Big side by trapezium side. So write here PQ by LQ is equal to PR by MR. Okay, whereas this one you have only 2 ratios will be there. Then coming to your corollary 2. Okay, if you want you can take 3 ratios. So what is that? Big side by small side. Big side by small side means what? Big triangle and small triangle. If you want you can split. Look here like this. QR, PQR, and one more triangle. What is this small triangle here? PLM. Okay, now consider here. How do you write there? PQ by PL. Okay, compare now. PQ by PL. PQ by PL is equal to PR by PM. If you want, you can take base also children. That is QR by LM. Okay. Last corollary, no need of struggling more, just do the reciprocal of corollary 2. PL by PQ, PM by PR, or LM by QR. Okay, so now third example. Look here children, third example I have taken here. What is this? So your triangle is sleeping. So there is no rule that take only this side or that side. You can take any side. So one example I have given here. A side is parallel to this side. So don't worry, you make your figure as this is the vertex and then apply BPT. So apply here carefully children. LP by PM is equal to LQ by QN. What is your BPT? If this line is parallel to this line, then the ratios are in proportion. So now apply BPT. LP by PM is equal to LQ by QN. LP by PM is equal to LQ by QN. Then converse, you know no children, parallel given, you have done the ratio. Then what about converse? Ratio will be given, you have to write parallel. Then coming to your corollary 1. What's your corollary 1? How to remember? Big side by trapezium side you remember. That is LM by PM is equal to LN by QN. And your corollary number 2. What's your corollary number 2? Big side by small side. How to remember I am saying here children. So how do you see this one? Big triangle and one more small triangle. LPQ, LMN. Okay, now consider. LM by LP is equal to LN by LQ. And one more. What is one more here? MN by PQ. Then coming to your corollary 3. Corollary 3, just reciprocal of corollary 2. That is LP by LM is equal to LQ by LN is equal to PQ by MN. Finally, we didn't start our second exercise children. These are the minimum basics for your next exercise. If you feel you are perfect, so if you want, you can take 2 or 3 examples. How to compare the ratio if you know, your problems will be very easy. No need of by hearting anything in your triangles. Okay, thank you all.